All right, all right. Hail, hail to all the ionized cells. I think I clicked the live button. Yes, I did. So bear with me for a moment. Um, Hail, hail to all the ionized. Welcome to this live, this Friday night. Youth Seek Truth. Yes. So I want to thank all the ionized for joining this Youth Seek Truth series. Welcome, welcome. Today I have some guests joining us. I'll open up with just a salutation to the I Self Supreme. One true self, one true light. I alone exist. Let me pause you guys so that we're not getting any feedbacks on the video. Primal light. Primal light. I Self Supreme. I am that I am. I Self Supreme. I am that has no name. I am that I am. I am that can't be explained. I Self Supreme. I am that I am. Hail, hail to the I One True Self, the I One True Light. I alone exist, unmanifest. Hail, hail to all the ionized selves, wearing bodies, much honor. Thank you for joining I. And so, I want to introduce the ionized. And please bear with me as I navigate this software. So, I am primal light, prepared for this dream duality existence. In this shattered fractal self, we're embodied in this avatar as Auset Mahat. And so let me take this down. Alrighty, yes, you can see each other. Much honor. Yes, yes, yes. And so I have some of the ionize here. So we will let Maria. You can. We'll go first. You just introduce yourself and just share with us why you have joined this youth seek truth. And I welcome you. I thank you so much for joining um, having a youth seek truth talk is much more interesting when you have youth. So I am very excited that you guys have joined the I. So yes. All right. So I will pause myself so that you can speak. And then I will put Maria, I will put you up on the screen. So bear with me as I navigate.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me good?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Um, Thank you so much, Auset. My name is Maria. I am here to seek the truth. Um, I want to know more than what I perceive, and Miles here told me about you and told me about the wonderful things that you have showed him and have helped him remember. And I want to do the same.
Yes, much honor. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So thank you for joining. So now I'm going to let Miles introduce. And like I said, please bear with me because I am getting accustomed to this software.
No
So I
worries.
might be a little slow.
Auset, you guys can
Yes,
hear me?
yes, now I can. Yes, go
All
ahead.
right. Thank you, Auset.
Much
I,
honor.
I'm here to practice stillness and seek deeper truth within myself.
Much honor. Thank you for your presence. All right. So so we'll go back to all three of us. So we'll have Maria. You go first ahead because you have some questions.
Um. Okay. Can you still hear me good?
Yes, now I can hear you. Yes.
Um. So my first question has to do with the mental.
Okay, hold on. You're chipping out. Hold on 1 second. Hail, hail to the eye. Someone just joined us. You can give us a thumbs up or speak. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Okay, the person just logged out. Okay, let me. Um, okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Maria.
So my first
Yeah. Okay,
question.
You're chipping out again. Hold on. I am not hearing you clearly. Clearly, Miles, can you hear her clearly? No. All right. So let's try to fix that.
I don't know if it's the feedback from your microphone.
Okay,
I'm
all right. Let's turn off all. Let me turn off
Let me.
myself. All right.
I think I can. Can you hear me better? Okay. My first question has to do with menstrual cycles, like the women's moon cycle, and I was wondering what have you done or still do that works for you for your menstrual cycle? Because I know um, here in America they don't like we're very misinformed about our bodies and about what actually helps us and what actually helps us connect ourselves to our bodies. Um, and I was wondering what helps you or what you suggest that women do or that I should do so that my period serves me and isn't painful and isn't something that I dread, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. So just hold 1 second while I just turn your volume down. You can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So I am not an expert on periods, but what I know about the body as my I also went through those processes, and the things that I did for that helped me was the the my diet, like what I ate, what I was how I honored the body, and the like the things that put in you put into your body, feeding it. And so you want to make sure that, like, some teas, um raspberry leaf teas is very good for the cramps. I make a roots that I go to Jamaica, and I bring up the plants, and I boil that and make I call it healing roots, you know. And so that has been very helpful. I mean, I no longer have periods, but it was very painful for me when I was going through that process. And the other thing that was very helpful was the meditations, the vibrations, and cloves. So I make a tea with cloves, and drinking bitter things like neem for purifying the blood, um, dandelion greens, and keeping the body hydrated. Yes, those were very helpful for my problems, and also for that which comes as my your children's selves. So I have that which has come as my daughter. So she went through that same process of having painful periods, and so moringa teas, those kind of teas were what has been helpful. Um,
What kind of
for the
foods?
like fresh fruits and vegetables. Sometimes your body is allergic to, like, I know her body was allergic to dairy, but she would eat it. And but when the period time come, then it was like so painful. So
Mm-hmm.
I said, like, when it's like that time, like a week before, making sure that you're drinking the teas, you're drinking the bitters,
So
like
basically, like
bitters
prepare,
are, huh?
like preparing, starting before it even
Yes,
starts.
yes.
Okay.
Preparing the body so that you'll have an easier transition. So it's like, um, you start drinking the moringa, the neem, all bitter things. So those are the things that are very helpful, and make sure that your body is hydrated.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Um, Another thing, I noticed that when my second question kind of goes with the period, but it's kind of separate. Do you
Hmm.
know like cold sores? I have one right now.
Okay. Uh, um, Oil of oregano.
Okay. Okay.
You're familiar with it?
Yes.
Yes. It kills the cold virus within inside the body, and it's also good for sinuses and all of those things. I always have it in my bag. It's just one of those thing that you always want to have. And also another thing that helps to take the gas out of your belly, because it also causes a lot of pain during the period, is activated charcoal.
Mm.
Yeah, it binds the gas and pulls it out. Cause that also kind of sometimes your stomach is bloated and like
Yeah.
that. Yes, so the activated charcoal helps a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so
Hmm.
much, Auset.
Uh, uh, you're welcome.
Um,
Okay,
what
hold
else?
on.
I think you already answered a little bit of it with the meditation and the vibrations,
Mhm.
but you know how at least when it gets to that time, I get very like my patience is low,
Mhm.
and like I get very stressed easily.
Yeah.
Uh, how do you like what did you do to help you with that, or how did you prepare yourself for that? Because I feel like even when I meditate, even if I just like sit with my emotions, I still feel sometimes the only word that I can think of is like crazy.
Mm. So you tried like the vibrations?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Like,
So
is there specific? Is there a
yeah.
specific vibe?
So we can experiment right now with the vibrations. So I find that the vibrations helps a lot. Okay, so let's turn up Maria's audio. Okay. All right. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All righty. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for that feedback. Yes. Um, Tell me again. It's wiped out of my head. Go ahead.
It's
Uh,
it's okay. How can I combat the feelings of like stress and impatientness and like kind of
okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So one thing that works for me is, hold on. So so let's see if I can share screen with you. Okay. So one of the things that work for me is the affirmations. So
Okay.
it's to reaffirm to myself, because the mind is always imbalanced and unstable, especially during that time. You have your sensing fields of energy called the emotions. You know, is sensing a lot of things, and so the way that you're interpreting it, you know, are bringing the feelings that you're having. So one of the things that I know that can change the energy is the vibration. So the first vibration is the vibration. And so you can go ahead. I'll go first, and then you go afterwards. So let's. No.
Uh,
What? Yeah. If we go together, then it's gonna be feedback. So after,
oh,
yeah, yeah. So now you can go. No, just
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 okay.
yeah, just come from your navel, from your belly, and just yeah, and spiral that vibration around your body.
Okay.
All right. So you go ahead. All
That feel
right.
good.
Doesn't it?
That
Yeah.
feel good. And
Yeah.
I could like yeah.
So you can do that for as long as you want. Just that. That was a vibration that really, really helped me a lot. And the next vibration is I'm gonna is the all right. So try that one. Go again. After you do it, then you pause in stillness, and then you go again. How do you feel?
I feel good. I felt it like in my womb a little bit, like near my stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very very good. So the how you can get the vibration to resonate inside the body is you're going to also close your ears, and you're going to, while you're doing it, you're going to feel yourself aligned straight within yourself, and then you're going to do the same but with your ears closed. And then you're going to spiral the vibration around your body. Go ahead.
Um,
Very good. And so with those vibration, you can do that for as long as you want. And especially when you close your ears, you feel the resonance in your body. Yeah, it can completely change your mood You know how that you get that moodiness and you crankiness. Yes, it aligns you and it breaks up that stagnation from your body. That's why you spiral the vibration around your body so it can break up the stagnation so that your energy will flow. You know?
Okay. So
Yes.
instead of spiraling in the mind, you spiral the vibration.
Yeah. Around all around your body, so you're creating like a cocoon around you of of energy, so you can make that balance with yourself. And the more you do it, your energy start expanding. Even in the ones in the house can feel it. I have done that so many times that it can resonate. I mean, it just start expanding, like spreading out, that everyone can feel my energy when I'm doing, yeah, when I'm doing this. Yeah. Eh,
I love
I
that.
have had ones get up to come and look at me like, what is she doing? Her energy is like so expanding, taking over. Yeah, so once you do that and you just keep spiraling and just get into the vibes, then your whole mind and body is going to feel different. I know it works. So you just have to
It
make a
definitely
practice. Yeah.
it definitely works. I was feeling a little nervous, like,
Mhm.
well, not a little, a lot of nervous coming in here, and as I was doing that, I can feel like that just like loosening up.
Yes. Yes. Okay, do it two more times.
Okay.
Yeah. Very nice. Yes.
I
So,
like.
awesome. So, I'm gonna unmute Miles. So Miles, we'll let you ask. Go ahead now. Okay. So I'm going to mute so we don't get any feedback. So bear with me, because I'm a little slow with this. Thank you. Go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, you can hear me good.
Yes, I can hear you clear.
All right. My first question is, what is the dream state or astral realm?
Okay, hold on. Let me turn you up a little bit and then just ask a question again, please.
Is good.
Could you repeat the question, please?
What is the astral realm?
What is the astral realm? All of this existence, all of this existence is the I. Every aspect. This earth that we are in is the I self. So, um, let me see if I have some circles just to demonstrate for you. Okay, so you see, we have this big circle, right? Then we have this. Okay, let me put it on me so you can see clear. Hold on one second. All right. So, you see, we have the sun here. All right. This is a self. You know what they call the astral planes is the next dream that you're in. So below the earth is another self. It's called Amun Ra. So all of the selves are stacked in like this. All right. So this is a smaller self. So we have the earth, right? Then below the earth, we have the Amun Ra. And when you go out of the body, like if you are meditating, or if you, when you are sleeping, you know, when the mind goes to sleep, it goes to sleep in another dream, right? All of these selves are sleeping. Every level of it is a self playing that role, playing that role, and they're all sleeping. But behind each of the self that's sleeping, there is the real self that is awake, that is monitoring. So, okay, let me use this for example. So this is the real self, right? And it also, it makes a self replica. So there becomes two of them. You cannot see the other one because it's behind this one. It becomes the screen on which its self replica is building the duality world. So what they call astral realms are is just going into different levels of the dream, which is the I self that is sleeping. Just like the earth is the I self called Geb, and known by different names also. She is sleeping, right? She is Geb is creating all of the things that we have here on the earth. So each self is given a destiny. So we are inside a sleeping self, right? And this self is inside of Ra, and Aten Ra now is behind, is the self that is behind the sun. She's awake. But all the other selves that is inside here, all of them, every one of them, they are sleeping. And they becomes the duality, they becomes the realm, they becomes the dimensions, because there are different levels, layers of the self. Okay, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. See what I'm saying? So all of these layers is the I self. But is the I self sleeping and dreaming up the things. So us as the human beings, the self that is wearing this avatar as the human beings, we are inside. You see all these levels of the dream that we are in. We are in here when we go to sleep. Or if we're in a meditation and we go out of the body and it's traveling around, we are just exploring all of these ourselves that is dreaming, creating different aspects of the dream. The only place that is tangible is this earth that we are in, you know, that ones will go to, because some aspect of the selves, they 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 are what the science call plasma. This is how science can categorize it. So some is the black hole, the void, and all of these aspects of the selves. So they just, it's just really the selves, the sleeping dreaming selves, and that's really what it is. It's just the different aspect of the self playing the different roles. That's all it is. And so the dream state is because of when the self arises, like this self I just told you, right, makes a replica, and not only that, it makes a baby, right? So this self is the real. It makes a replica of itself. Now, this replica is the one that is given the duality consciousness. Now, it puts the consciousness on, the consciousness puts it into sleep. But this self is monitoring itself that is sleeping. So everything that this self is creating, it's balancing it out. Every one of the self is like this. They are balancing out the the um the chaos that their self, like when one goes into the astral realm, into the I self sleeping, you're interacting with your sleeping dreaming self. That's why they can trick you. you know. So the self now, the real that is behind the self that is sleeping and dreaming, is the one that is trying to make balance of the chaos that its sleeping dreaming self is doing. It's also the same for us wearing the body. Excuse me. We were told that we have a soul, right? But the soul is your real self. So because you're in the spirit self, the 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 spirit is the baby of the soul. So this is the soul self. It makes a baby self, right? That is animating the body. So because you are not your real self, this you are experiencing everything only through the sleeping self that is the spirit. So this is why you too have to wake up, so that you're no longer the spirit self, but now you're just your soul, the soul self. See what I'm saying? Because this self has to merge and disappear into this, into the real self. So the same thing has to happen for each of the self that makes a replica of itself. They have to. This is what is happening right now. That if you are observing what's happening in the physical existence, they say the black hole is eating up stars and doing this. Don't be scared about those things. It's yourself is merging. This is what yourself is doing. Everything that it has created, it will dissolve it. So what's happening? The self is dissolving all of its creation. So now it's merging back with itself. This self that is sleeping is fighting because it the mind is fighting, so because it wants to pull the mind off of itself so itself can wake up. So the self is fighting its real self. They're together like this. So they call them binary stars, binary system. You've heard science talk about that? Yeah. So they're merging and it's dissolving itself that it's created and everything that it creates. So they say, "Oh, the black hole is eating up this," and they do all this scary talk. It's just destroying the duality, the dream. That's what it's doing. It's waking itself up. So that's the dream state. Yes. Is that
Thank
clear? Is that clear?
you. Yeah.
Okay.
So the black holes are destroying the 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 sleeping self.
Yes, because the black hole is the what they call black hole is the I self. Is the I real self. Yeah. And it's always there's always the real self behind every one of the what they call dimensions, or what's the word that you use prior? Cuz stuff just goes out of this mind. What was the word you used prior so I
Uh,
can
I don't
the
remember.
realms, the realms? Yeah.
Oh, astral realm.
Yeah. So it's just the dream state.
So
Many levels of the dream state.
so the black holes are good.
Yes, it is the I self, the real self, the merging with its duality selves, its sleeping, dreaming self, itself that have been creating chaos for us, holding us, entrancing us in the dream. Do you want to speak? Okay, hold on. Let me turn mine down a little. Go ahead.
So when so when so when we're aware of that, is that like when we're aware of our soul and our dreaming self, is that us dissolving too?
It's yourself now, yourself called the soul, that wants to make an alignment with you, for you, the self that is sleeping, to come in awareness, because this self that is sleeping has to be dissolved, because it is playing the role as the ego false self.
So when we're aware of it, is that like dissolving it and making
Yes,
it into
yes,
one?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's a process. It's
Mhm.
a process, because the that which dissolves it is the teacher self that is within the self soul. So when you align yourself with yourself and say that I am the self, I do not have a soul, but I am the soul
I am.
self. I am the
Mhm.
soul, right? When you align yourself, the teacher arises and pull the ego off of you, that because you now in this baby self is wearing it, right?
Mm.
And it has to be pulled off, and you cannot do it yourself because this mind will continually trance you in the sleep.
So it brings people to you who make like awaken that ego so that you can be aware of it.
That aligning yourself, but because
Yes, aligning.
dissolving the ego, yes,
Yes.
dissolving the
So
ego.
it brings, so it's like in the terms that, so I brings I with,
Yeah,
an like, for example, me and Miles, like
yeah,
he shows me myself, and
yes,
once I'm aware of myself, then it's dissolving.
yeah, yes. You're
Okay.
coming, you're coming awake. You're dissolving it, but
Okay.
it's a
Okay.
process. It's a process to do it completely.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, you have to keep doing the vibrations
Mhm.
and the affirmations, affirming within yourself, because the mind is sneaky and it will come back to trick you. You know the mind is sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow it will come and say, no, do this.
Yeah.
It's very sneaky. So you have to be like vigilant against it.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Auset.
You're welcome.
All right.
Hold on,
Do
hold
you
on. Let me turn you up.
Also, do you want me to just mute myself?
Yes. Great.
Okay. I can.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
all right. Do you have any, like, I've heard of 4-4-4 breathing, 5-5-5 breathing. Do you have any breathing exercises you recommend?
Um. No. No. Just I never went through the schools of lots of things one learned. They're very great techniques, but my process was very different. I was on a process of knowing truth. So just the basic stillness that worked for me, and just regular breathing of just like being aware of my breath. You know, I do not like know many techniques that many yogis know, but it's just the basic inhale, hold your breath. You hold your breath with your diaphragm. I do that one a lot, and then I slowly exhale. So yeah, so those are the breath that I do mostly. I'm always doing that. I'm always like holding my breath, like aligning myself the way that you inhale and just align yourself. So like you have a string, like an energy cord, just aligning you straight. So when I do that and I put my tongue to the roof of my mouth and I hold my breath and I just so it is just within me to do that. So I have not like put a lot of thought into it, and so I need to, so I can share that with ones. But usually I just say inhale, align yourself. With the children I say shoulders up, back straight, nice and tall. and and we inhale, hold a breath. We do a lot of that with the children, and then I say exhale with a lip roll. You know? So I am just, yeah. So for fun for the children, we do this. So so I have not been working a lot with adults with breathing, and it's just the basic breath. So I am not an expert on all the breathing techniques, but just holding your breath and then inhale, exhaling was the one that I do the most, and I'm always doing that. It becomes a part of me, so that I forget. you know, I forget about it because it's such a part of my everyday existence, always doing that. So think that was a great question. Um, so I can now start reminding ones to do the breath the way that I, can do it the way that I always do it. Yes, because it's very helpful. It aligns you and it holds you so that the energy can flow through, properly. Yeah.
All right. And you brought up yoga. How do you feel about yoga?
All of those techniques and what do you call them? Those tools are useful, but it's not required to remove the ego. It is not required. All that's required is for you to self-inquire, come to self-realization, and do the vibrations and the affirmations. It is That's why I'm saying it is so simple. The I self made it so that even the smallest child can know how to do it. Yeah, and this was the path that I took. I do not know much. I mean, I've taken yoga classes, and I do that with the children sometimes, like the sun salutation. But I am not like an expert on it at all. You know, but it's a useful thing that you can use. You know what I'm saying? So learn some yoga if you want, but for the self and for liberating yourself, no, it's not a requirement. Yeah.
I feel like it's what you said about the breath. It come whatever comes naturally, because everybody, like
Right.
all of us, I and I are the same, but also like we have different experiences and different, like different ways that our bodies grew. So like I remember as a child, to like take the stress away, I would like jump, like just
Hmm.
jump, and that
Yeah.
would that would like help me. That was natural to me, I feel like.
Yeah.
And that led you on this path.
Huh?
And that led you on this path.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to trust our intuition, also, because jumping is also a good thing. That's why they have the trampolines, you know so everything has its benefit, and if something
If it
works
calls
for,
you.
yes, yes, exactly, to in alignment with it, yeah, works for you.
I'm glad you said that, Maria.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that.
Maria, do you want to ask another question?
um Let me think about it. I have a lot of questions about like cold sores. That's all that, like, it they really bother me.
Okay,
Like
so
I
do you know neem?
I've heard about it. Is like it's like a leaf, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I do. When I came from Mexico, I the trees just grow there. When I was in Tulum, I just saw the trees growing. Actually, a gentleman, because I was getting it confused with another tree, and one gentleman there helped me to identify it. And so I picked quite a few of the leaves and brought it here with me. So I can send you some neem, like in a little package, and you can make the tea. Yeah. So the other thing that you can do is to juice some dandelions. The
Yeah.
with the yellow flowers. It's
Yeah.
it's very good. You need something to nourish your blood.
Okay.
Yeah. And the green juicy things and the bitter ones, it's gonna help your blood to be richer, and it's gonna nourish your cells. Yeah.
Oh,
And so, like, tomorrow, just go to the health food store and just get oil of oregano. And as
All
soon as
over.
you start feeling a tingly, once you start feeling a tingleness coming around your mouth, because you know how that happens,
Mm-hmm.
you just right away you start taking it. Yeah. And the other thing that you can do too,
What about rosemary oil?
yeah, rosemary oil is good, but I haven't used it for that, but I'm sure it is good.
I
I would have to look
I
into it more, huh?
That's the one that I use, but
That did it has it been working?
I think I should like take it more often. I think that that was my. I think so. I get cold sores around my period. That like triggers
Uh,
it. That
uh,
triggers. So I think that I should, like you said, like plan it like with the raspberry leaf and the teas, like prepare my body for that. So I think that that's what I'm gonna do next time.
yeah. So I will mail out the neem. It's bitter.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I
Thank
know
you
that.
so much.
Yes, I know you can get the go to Whole Foods, or I don't know what's in your area that they have, because some it grows wild, but it's sometimes they're spraying things, so you
Yeah.
don't know what's clean or whatnot. But if you have a yard and you see it growing, then you're not spraying the yard, then you can
Yeah.
you can you can pick it up, and dig it and get the roots out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would neem extract help? Like, is it the same thing? Neem extract? Because I've seen that in the health.
you
Like,
see. Okay. I'm sure. Okay, hold on. What is happening here? Okay. Yes, I am sure. I always just use the plants. I have never what is it, like a tincture, or is it
yeah,
like a oil?
it's like the just like the neem extract. It's just neem extract.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I am sure. I'm sure it will help. So when you go there, just inquire if it's something, how they prepare it. If it's something that's for the inside, or if it's topical, because they also make topical ointments with the neem for
Okay.
rashes. It's good for rashes and things like that on the skin. So I know that it's going to work to purify the body and to help the balance of your blood. You need some juices, like you don't mind juices, right?
Mm-mm. I
So
love
like chayote, chayote.
no.
Um, okay, if you see the picture, you'll know what it is. Your
Yeah.
background is Hispanic,
Col- Colombian, yes.
Colombia. Yes. So it grows. Yeah. Because in Jamaica we call it chocho.
Chocho.
Yeah. So it kind of looks like a pear, and some, like in Mexico, some of them have the little prickly outside. Chayote, Chayyote.
Hold on, let me look it up. What is it? CH.
Ayote.
Oh,
Yes, and
okay.
yeah, you get that, and you juice that with bitter melon. You know bitter melon?
No.
Yeah. So you can just take notes and write these things down, and you make some juice,
Coyote.
and yeah, and you start prepping your body before, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and cucumber and lime, and so you're gonna juice all of these things to get your blood up in balance. You're gonna get the neem, because I am gonna ship that to you. Are you gonna buy some neem, something from the? Because I think they might have maybe a neem tea. I'm not sure what they have at the health food,
Mm-hmm.
but you're gonna get the dandelion. Yes, and so that is definitely going to help you. So for your next cycle.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, much honor. You're welcome.
Another question popped up. How? What do you think or feel about manifestations?
Okay, so this mind that you have, it is what manifests anything that you need. But sometimes the mind might be an obstacle in your way, like it doesn't want to work for you, like it doesn't want to work for me. Like this is how it's your mind is always fighting against you. You know that, right? So you have to command it, and you say, "I am in command. As I have commanded, so let it be." You say what you want. I command that this be done, be manifest. I'm making all the steps for it, and then you command this mind to make it happen for you.
Okay.
Yes. And so, because you got the power, but this mind tries to tell us that we don't. So we can manifest the things that we want, but we have to make the preparation. So you make like the steps, you
Mm.
know? Sometimes you don't know how it's going to happen, but then the self just because you have done your part, then the I self will just make the alignment for you, like what's happening now. See, you don't know the exact 1, 2, 3, but you're making steps to do your part. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Mm, is that like prayer? Is manifesting like prayer?
Well, it can be a prayer if you want it to be a prayer. But hold on, let me get her back on. Yes, um, it's like a desire. Like you need something, you desire something, and how do you get the things that you desire for the dream? Because remember, this is a dream, so you can dream up whatever you want, right? But sometimes there's obstacles in your way. How do you remove the obstacles? This is how you now you do the affirmations to clear all your paths, and you make the steps, because there is everyone is dreaming, and their dream is interrupting your dream. You see what I mean? This is why the world is not balanced, because I am having my individual dream, you're having your individual dream, while we're all inside of a dream. You see? And so you yeah, so it's about aligning yourself, making the preparation, um, and taking command, just commanding it. I do commandments. I
Okay.
am in command. I am in command of the commandment. Command. Say that.
I am in command of the commandment command.
Command. Command. Yeah. So, and then you command what you want.
I command peace.
Yes. There you go. As I have commanded,
As I have commanded,
so let it be.
so let it be.
So it is.
So it is.
And then you go, yeah. So, is there a need for you to pray to a God who is in command?
I am in command.
All right. All right. That's what I want you. Yeah.
I
But
love it.
remember, like I said, there are many dreamers who want to obstruct your dream.
Mhm.
And this is what they have been doing. When you go to, even in the night when you're going to sleep, there's someone there fighting a battle with you, right?
So how can we not fight that battle?
It's hard not to fight the battle because we're inside of the dreams, and if anyone see your light, they want to, this mind, they want to take it. This is what this is about. One stealing your light and want to keep you, entranced. So the best way to combat that is to stay anchored into the self, the I self, the real self. Remember, you do not have a soul. You are.
I am.
I am the soul. Yes, I am the self. So you be yourself and you command what you want, right? And then before you go to sleep, you always saying your affirmation. You put the sacred circle around you to protect your space from those vampires who like to come and oppress ones. This is all yourself playing those roles. Remember this. Who's playing those roles?
I am.
Yes, you are yourself that is in an ego that is doing this to you. So
I am in harmony.
vigilance, vigilance to watch the ones them around you to see who is coming around you to wanting to oppress you or who's really genuine. So you always have to be careful of that because they have an agenda.
Do you feel like, or what do you think about like trying to help those people? Mm,
The way you help is by illuminating yourself so that you have light. Because if you are not illuminated, everyone is seeking light because they're in darkness. And if you do not have light,
mm,
how can you be the light the path for once? You're walking in darkness, you can't see,
mm-hmm.
and you want to help someone, you can't help anyone. No, you cannot. And
Yeah.
this is what's happening to all those ones who claiming that they're helping ones, and all they're doing is locking their souls in slavery, and they're saying that they're helping them, but they're not. You have to illuminate yourself, and this is how you help others by teaching stillness so that they can learn how to manage their mind and not allow evil to dwell in their mind so that they go out and do those actions. This is how you help one. Share stillness, affirmation when the mind wants to take over, because many ones struggle with their mind and they don't know how to not do the things their mind tells them. So the affirmations are good, the vibration. These are the best tool that you can share with anyone who's suffering, you know?
Yes.
And of course, ones who are hungry, like physical things for the body, like people are hungry. Like many ones, young people are reaching out to me. That's why I wanted to do this series, because they're saying, "Oh, I am hungry." Like they think that I am somewhere just like making money. I said that's not my mission. I can tell you what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So they said to me, I'm hungry, I don't have food, I don't have this, like that. So people are hungry, they want to eat food. You have food, you share. Because it is all
Come in.
myself. It's
Oh,
all myself. Everyone is the I self. So the I self is hungry. Why you're not sharing your food? But no attachments, because anything you physically one need, you give it if you have it. But you always want to also be keeping your space sacred so that ones don't violate your space. Because of if they're not practicing to balance their mind and to purify their mind, then they will violate your space, and then you'll find yourself in a situation you're like, how did I get into this situation? You see what I'm saying? So
mm-hmm.
that, yeah. So just be vigilant. Practice discernment. Even when you're helping one, know that it is your ego, and you don't want any attachment to the ego. Even though it is the I self playing that role, don't attach to it. You understand? It's a big move of saying, okay, that's myself, but I have no attachment to any of those egos, characters, you know? Because if they're not purifying their mind, they are thinking negative thoughts, evil thoughts, and will harm you know? So, I mean, the self as a line I to make sure that ones don't trick I, because there's so many ones. They're always trying to trick you. So it's just to stay that, help yourself, illuminate yourself so you can identify them, and the thought will come like, what are they seeking from you? You know what I'm saying? So this is how I stay vigilant with all the ones who are reaching out to I, to make sure that I let them know what I am about, so that they don't think that they can deceive me. And if you are hungry, I don't have money, because many ones want money. I said, why don't you go plant food if you're hungry? Can you eat money? Can you eat money? Because the time is gonna come when you have money and there's no food. What are you gonna eat? Go plant food, right? Go make a food forest in your neighborhood. You cannot eat money, but the mind has been tricked to thinking that I need money, I need money, I need money,
This
and they,
material thing.
yeah, and they have a land. Many, even in Jamaica, I go there. They have land to plant food, and they're like, "Oh, I need money. Give me some money. Now, give me some money." And I'm like, "Why aren't you guys planting food?" You say, "Oh, me hungry, me hungry. I'm hungry." You know what I'm saying?
They're commanding themselves that they're hungry.
Yeah, but they don't. Not making any steps to provide their food. They're seeking money and not food. How do I make my own food?
Okay.
So yeah, so it's help yourself, and
So so if I, for example, if I want to have my own space instead of commanding I want money to get my own space, I command I will have my own space.
yes. So use everything that you need, because sometimes if you in alignment with the I self, you might want something, but it's not might not be the balance for you. So you say everything that I need to maintain my balance in this dream must be provided for me effortlessly.
Everything that I need
Hmm.
must be
For my
provided
for my self balance, always use that word, for your self balance, not for this ego, but for your self balance, must
for
be provided. You're commanding it effortlessly.
self balance must be provided for me effortlessly
Yeah. And say, as I have commanded, so let it be. Remember, you are in command.
as I have commanded,
So let it be.
so it will be.
Yeah. So it is.
So it so it is.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
you are most welcome. Much honor.
I feel very good. Thank you, Auset.
Yes, well, much honor for joining. Thank you. Thank you for seeking truth, because this is why I connect so very well with young people, and I go out and I actually work in the schools with with the little people. The I and I wearing little human bodies, because they are so wise. I don't know how these adults don't listen to the little people, because they are so wise. They
I
know the
agree.
mind is sick. I ask them, and they
I
say, "No, miss, I can't do everything my mind tells me. It tells me bad things." So how come these big adults, they don't know this? So the
Wow.
young people know this. The little people know this. It's just the big people. The big people are following everything their mind tells them to do. And so I am very excited for this young people talk, because so that these old people can get out of their old ideas and ideologies, you know what I'm saying? And see
Mhm.
that the root of our problem and suffering is this mind,
It
right?
is. It
When
is.
one goes out and they steal, they say, "Oh, my mind told me." They, you hear them say, they say, even sometimes they say, you've heard them say, "God told me to do stuff." Didn't you? Have you heard someone say that?
Yes.
Yes, many times they say, "God told me to do it." They go shoot up. Did you see on the news this guy go into the church and he said God told him to go and shoot
I,
the pastor?
I think I heard about that.
Yes. So I'm telling you, ones are doing these things, and who is God? Who's God?
I,
Yes, but it is the I ego self.
the I ego self,
Yeah, the
when
supreme
it's not
ego.
dissolved.
Yes. And this is why God is telling one to do these things, because God is what? Sleeping.
Hmm.
And there are many gods because it is what? The I self. All the I self. Because remember, like I said, you're making a what? Self replica. The real self stays awake. The self replica goes to sleep. But everyone in the world, what do they know? They know all the gods. They don't know the real self that is holding the balance, because they have only been going into the realm, the astral planes, and want out of body experience, because the gods love those things. They love to play with you. They love to play with us doing these things. They do. You see, they go and they do ayahuasca. All the gods come. They come out of their body. It goes around, pull ones out, and play these games with ones. This is what's happening. It's never the real self that's doing that. It's always the gods. Many gods doing this. All right? And again, they are the supreme ego. They are the mind, right? The mind beings. So stay in alignment with the I self and make commandments. You don't need to pray to no one, because all is my.
Self.
Exactly. If all is I. So why do I need to pray to God if I am all? Do I
Hmm.
need to pray? No.
I just need to command.
Yeah, exactly. And align yourself and do the things that you, and because remember, because you're the baby self, you align yourself with your parent self, because you do not see everything, but your parent self does. So you says you know how they say, "Not my will but thine be done." It is a true statement to say it for the I self, because sometimes we might want something and it's not the best. It's the mind might want it. It's not the best for the alignment of the self. So you align with yourself and see if it's the right thing for you to do. So you have that conversation with yourself. I do this all the time. I never leave out of my house without aligning with myself and asking the self, can you make the path clear? Is the path clear for me to go out?
I like that.
And when the self said no, like the self does like this, because remember, I have my parent self is in this body with me. I am not alone. The self is here. The self do this. So I know that I cannot go out. Something will happen. Could be an accident. It could be something. So I stay until the self tell me, okay, now you can go. Because what? We are fighting a battle. This is a spiritual war. This is a war against the ego, against the self. All the gods are fighting against yourself. Because they want to keep everyone in trance in the dream, so you can keep calling on them. When you already have I am that I am, for that which I seek, I am already that. If I am the self, what am I seeking? How
Mm,
do I not know that I am the self? I am the real, I am the light. How do I not know this? Because the eye is being obscured by the mind, and all the gods, all the ones are deceiving, you
I
know?
felt that.
Yeah, and so
Felt that.
now you're calling on someone who has been your deceiver, tricking you. You see what I'm saying? Just so that they can hold you in prison. And so this is what's happening in the world. And the older the big people, they are locked into these ideologies and dogmas, and it's hard to have this conversation with them. That's why I am so excited for you guys because you guys are going to lead the way.
And we are
So
gonna be the big people.
exactly, and then you will be liberating all of the I selves who are in ignorance because you're gonna go to all the other young people, and eventually these big people, what I'm saying, will see that okay, there's something to what these young people are saying because the young people are not into church and those things anymore, right?
Mm-mm.
No, because they see that there's a fallacy in that story, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So I am very excited for you guys are going to be equipped to go out there, once you liberate yourself because you're on the path already, complete liberation. We can only have complete liberation when this ego, the mind, is pulled off of the I self, and this consciousness wakes up. So that's why we have to stay vigilant all the time. Even myself, I do not have the ego on myself, but I there's a void between, so like this. Say this is myself and this is the ego. Now there's a void between myself and the ego, like that, as the sandwich. The black, the what they call the black hole. The void is between. So this consciousness is not taking over myself, but
So like
until,
the yin and yang,
yeah, kind of like the yin and yang. What does that represent again? I don't remember.
like the light and the dark.
Oh, okay,
Like,
yes. So the mind is
yeah,
sleeping.
Miles' shirt. Miles has it on his shirt.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah. So the self that is sleeping has to wake up only when the mind is pulled off. And so, you know, and then once you have the void between the mind and the self, then you are able to stay awake while you're in the dream. But to be completely liberated, the mind has to wake up because it's still sleeping. Even though the self is awake, the mind is still sleeping. So I am awake, but the mind that I am using is still sleeping. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the last process of this world is gonna be when the mind wakes up. It is gonna be the last thing to wake up. All of the cells have to wake up first. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So cause the mind has to be pulled off of them to return back from that which it rises from. Follow?
Yes.
Hmm. Yes, Miles, you have a question?
Yeah. So we're talking about commanding what we want. In what case is desire all right?
Um, um, Say that again. The,
In
the
what
last thing you said.
in what case is desire all right? Like, is it
Oh,
a
in what?
is it all right for me to desire money?
See, just like the affirmation, we said what all that you need for your to 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 be into this dream will be provided for you effortlessly. So if it's money you need, so because some things you need money, like you know to go get it, because this is how the way the world runs. Then you would need that money to go purchase the thing, 'cause that's the way of the world. But it's not that you are going out say, oh, I am just seeking money. You know what I'm saying? So like me, um, I was doing everything that I was doing volunteering, and then people would give me donation because I do not charge for anything that I do, and so I went to a high school, and I was volunteering, and the liaison for the community said, why don't you be a substitute in the school? And I said, okay, all right, I'll try that, because it was kind of hard to get into the schools, because they don't understand what I was doing. And the parents are calling the school because that school I volunteered in, the parents are saying, oh, calling the principal and saying, what is happening in the school? What is this thing? She's with the bowl and, all these things. All I am doing with the children, it was we're playing the singing bowls and we're doing vibration like what I just taught you. That's it. And it this rumpus, so the ignorance, and so the gentleman say, why don't you because then you will have money for your gas and be able to help you and stuff. And so I said okay, and I went and so that's what I've been doing. I went and I applied for the to be a substitute in the school. And so I just go to some schools, and when I go there, they just want me to stay. Like the principal call me back like, can you come? But that's not what I want to do. I want to go to different schools. But she's like, oh, I need, can you come? And the teachers love when I work with the children, so I am going back to that particular school. But so that's a way for me that I make some money for gas and to help, like things like that. So I'm saying that the things that you need
The
for, yeah,
provide.
yeah, for to provide for you, so you say if you're doing a job or you are creating your own business, because I was doing the roots. I was making my roots, and I have the books that I have written. So when I go out in the community, one see it. I do all the workshops for free, and then they see my book and they say, "Oh, how much is your book?" And they will just like, and someone will just see me there and just say, "Oh, I want to give you a donation," because they see what I am doing. So money is necessary because of the way the world is. So I am just giving that long-winded answer to just explain to you that there's different way that you can engage for money in the right and balanced manner that is in alignment with your yourself. Like I know you say you want to do regenerative farming, so like you can find those kind of things for to be in alignment, like with that. You know what I'm saying? So however the thing that you see is your passion or whatever to do, and if it can
I
also provide you for paying all of these to be in a dream, because eventually I want for this the government to stop charging once to live inside of this dream. I have been sending them messages.
Vibrationally?
No, yes, and physically sending them like a letter that it's time for them to stop. Okay, hold on. Getting the echo. Yes. So it's time for them to stop charging one to live in the dream and to take care of the citizens. Because many ones are suffering here because the cost of living inside of dream is ridiculous. Yeah. Miles, did I answer your question?
yeah, yeah, it's wild.
So so your desires must be in alignment with it with hold on, let me turn this down. Can you turn off your mute your volume? Yeah. So your whatever you're desiring must be in alignment, with your truth, you know, and it's only for whatever you need for your balance into this dream. So not like desiring, all people they want this car, they want this house, so many things they want, you know, just the
For
things
what?
that you need, because
Yeah.
this dream is going to be dissolved, right? So all the things you have gathered, where are you going to take it? You can't take it with you. So only what you need, everything that you need for yourself balance will be provided for you effortlessly. You have another question? So then we can do some vibrations. Play the singing bowls.
Yeah, I'm ready for the.
Huh?
I'm ready for vibration.
You're
Unless
ready for
Miranda.
the vibration. Uh, let me move this out the way. Alrighty. So
Do you have a question?
you have a question? Okay, hold on. Let me turn you up.
You might be.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're a little low.
I was
I'm
gonna see
getting a
if it.
feedback. Hold on.
Oh, does being grateful for what you have help with that? Like maybe being more grateful than desiring.
Yes. Yes. It's not even so much of desire. It's more of your what you need.
Okay.
What this body need. This body need food. Hold on. Let me see the echo. So it's what one need. So you know your basic needs are what you need. You need a shelter. So I mean, I wouldn't even say it's a desire, right? I mean, it can be a desire, but it's a need. It's a necessity that you have food, that you have shelter, you have clean water. These are the things. If you have to get someplace, you need a transportation. You know what I'm saying? So there are necessities that needs to be provided for. So this is why, I was saying that everything that I need must be provided for me, for I effortlessly. So yeah. So thank you for that. So are we ready? So we're gonna start off with I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this body. I am not this mind. Mind, be still. Be still, be still, be still. Be still and know that I am in command. I am in command. I am in command. Everything that I need for this life journey, this life movie, my food, my shelter, my transport, my clothes, will provide it for I effortlessly. All the paths will be made clear. I command that all the paths be made clear, all obstacles be removed from my path. I no longer wish to exist as this ego false self. I dissolve this ego. I dissolve this ego false self. I am the eternal truth. I am the eternal self, and I alone exist. All is myself, and I am one with all. Primal light. Primal light. I self-supreme. I am that I am. I self-supreme. I am that has no name. I am that I am. I am that can't be explained. I am that I am. Hail, hail to all the I and I selves. Hail, hail to the I, one true self, one true light, in alignment to restore balance. The I, victory, victory, victory. I am victorious. I am triumphant. So now we will do the vibrations. I will begin, and you can do, I'll go first, and you guys can just, I'll mute you so there's no feedback. And you just do the vibration with I. Alright. Shoulders up, back straight, nice and tall. Inhale. Relax your body. And now we will do the vibration. Close your ears, eyes closed, and remember to spiral the vibration around your body. We will do this 8 times, so you can count on your own because your ears are closed. You might not hear me, so just do yours 8 times. All right. And now I am going to share with you one more vibration. I will demonstrate. Ah, so now it's your turn. Ah, so Yes, I. Much honor, much honor, much honor. So that I and I can come to awareness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Yes, I. So, Maria, you go first. Just share how you feel. We're about to close. So, share how you feel. Hold on, hold on. Oops. Maria, I think you're having a feedback on your end. Hold on, let me turn this down.
I feel really good. I feel still. I feel I feel both with myself. I can't hear you, but I feel really good. I feel really connected, really connected, and um, I'm definitely going to be using all of these tools that you have taught me to make this dream the best dream ever. Thank you so much, Auset. Many, many thanks. I will never forget you.
Yes, much honor, Maria. Thank you so much for being brave. Thank you for wanting to know. Thank you for wanting your self alignment, to be on the path so that you can be illuminating. When you go around once, you're just illuminating everyone around you because that's what you do when you illuminate yourself. Now you can help all the ones around you. So I want to thank you for coming onto this talk. Get some more young people because we want the young people to illuminate themselves because we want these big people to know that it's time that they need to start, aligning themselves. All right. So thank you so much for being open to truth, wanting to know, and not being afraid. Even if you had anxiety or fear, you faced it. You stood up to this mind. So victory, victory, victory. All right. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna pause myself, and then you're gonna go, Miles.
Well, thanks, Auset. I feel victorious. I feel grounded, connected, aligned with my true self, and feel very honored to be here now. And I believe doing the right thing. So thank you. Several thanks. Truly. The vibrations were amazing. Looking forward to next Friday. Looking forward to getting some good questions and sharing this with as many people as possible. And encouraging others to be still while also holding space for myself and being that light for I and I.
Yes, thank you, Miles. Thank you for your bravery because you have to be brave to face this ego and all the I and I ego self that you have to combat to stand up for truth and for self. So much honor about the I in self, in light and in truth. I am so honored for your presence, for both of you. Thank you so much for joining I. This has been an amazing session. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So guys, don't log off yet. I am going to end the stream and just hold on 1 second, okay? So Do you guys have any advice, anything that you want to say to young people? Any, that. So I'm gonna let you go first, Maria. Don't speak it. Just let me mute. Let me mute this first.
Um, my advice would be to listen to thyself, because the self definitely definitely knows and always hints. I can tell, like, it always hints at what you should do and what is best for you. Um, yeah, and just gather the people around you. Like, I have Miles. I'm here because Miles, uh, the self, provided me with Miles to this path for my dream. So I feel like, so like you said, surrounding yourself with people who are the light as well, who are trying to do the same thing, is very important. And also, as soon as oh, as soon as we finished the vibration, like, it started raining here and it started thundering. It was like, it felt so magical. Yeah, I loved it.
So Miles, what would you like to say to some other young people and young men? Okay, let me pause you. Just be patient one sec.
Yeah, I think really enjoying the journey, knowing it's a process, doesn't come overnight, trust in yourself, and I think Maria put it well. Gather with like-minded people to create that change within you, and just trust that by illuminating yourself doing that, it's gonna draw other people into your life that gonna benefit you, benefit them, and benefit all I and I to create a better a better life for everybody, and definitely trying to lead by example, and know that yeah, it's a journey.
Yes, it really is a journey. So I want to thank you for joining us, for all the viewers watching. I want to thank you for your presence. I am very honored that you took the time to click on this video. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Know that I am always here. I am always here. And I want you guys to tell that you don't do anyone have to be afraid of me? You do not have to be afraid of me. I am here and I am available to all the INI cells. All right. So see you later. See you at the next live. You guys hang on for 1 second. Let me close out. Okay. Thank you so much for joining INI. This has been this has been the Youth Seek Truth series. Yes. So we want to get young people joining us. I'm here to answer any question that young people has. All the INI self in the young people form. I am here for all the INIs. Even the big people who think they know everything. This mind has been tricking us, and so we want to bring awareness to this mind so that we can be vigilant against this mind. So thank you again. Thank you so much. And I will see you for the ones who want to join me on this Sunday for Satsang with Auset. I am going to be talking about some of those some of the dream characters, the I and I selves playing particularly the earth. I want to talk about the earth. So join me and in the talk. So I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.